gotta hurry up and go. You gotta be on it. You know, if you got that loop on it, you gotta be on it and stop it. Okay, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a special Tyesse Report. I am not gonna be long. As you can see, I'm already dressed to hit the streets. I'm ready to walk out the door. So yeah, I'm not gonna be long. I have a lot to do. If you can see, my house is kind of emptying out a little bit because I'm kind of packing a little bit too. You know, so okay. I want to say thank you so much. These videos don't really generate our evening topic numbers because, you know, if it's not juicy, if it don't bleed, it don't lead. So, you know, sometimes, you know, it may bring in a few people, but, you know, if you said, oh, we got some special tea or hot tea on, we got some hot tea on Brian Carn or Bishop Wooden, you know, y'all would be here in droves, right? Right, okay. But because my followers love me and because my followers love me, enjoy me, they support me, and many of us think, you know, along the lines of progressiveness and all that stuff. We all kind of think alike, open-minded and whatnot. So yeah, I'm glad to have an audience that mainly, you know, my audience is heteronormative. Black women. Also, I have a lot of straight men. That is also something that I'm proud of. But my base is also rooted in, you know, there are a lot of Christians. There are a lot of people from other faith walks. And so that is also a great distinction as well, right? Okay. You look like you're feeling better. I am. I'm just dealing with whatever that thing is that you know, your chest and the drip and all that. That is manageable. But you know, that bug that came through here, y'all, I wouldn't wish that on, you know, and it's some people on YouTube I can't stand, but I wouldn't even wish it on them. I really wouldn't. That's just a bad feeling. But we must get the likes up to 100 to start the conversation. I think it's doable. I've already shared this out. Like I said, sometimes hard conversations don't generate 800-900 you know, live viewers, right? Yeah. But let's see what we can do, y'all, to get the numbers up. It is Saturday. People are out, like I'm about to head out, you know, and so let's see what we can do. Stick around after the commentary because I am going to talk about a few things, a little in-house, a few other little off docket items. So stick around after the commentary. This is a review and reaction video. YouTube actually encourages us to do this on YouTube, but nowadays, you know, people get in their feelings, so people just don't really do them as much as they used to, because now, you know, you do a review on somebody and child, they call at your house, somebody, have you checked on the children? So people you don't really see a lot of review and reaction videos like maybe 3 years ago, right? Yeah, because people can't take critique. They can't take it. You can critique me. You can review anything I say over here. I can take it because I'm gonna be able to respond back to you. See, a lot of people don't like to respond back because they feel like they're going to introduce their audience to you, so they're not going to respond back to you. Oh no, they'll never put your name in the thumbnail because they feel like if I do that, then my audience is going to go over there. If what you're saying is solid, if what you're saying, because that's what they assume, you're trying to clout chase and that you're not actually passionate about this, right? But if you're really, really staying on business, yeah, mention a person. You say, you know, I saw a reaction video by the official Tyesse Report concerning, you know, one of my videos, and yeah, I saw it, and you know, then discuss it. You know, I don't mind sharing your name with my audience because I know how my audience thinks, and I know what they watch and what they don't watch, and what they enjoy and what they don't enjoy. Okay, y'all, it's gonna be a slow climb, y'all. What are the likes looking like? Ooh, baby, YouTube is trying it today. Yes, they are. What are the likes looking like, y'all? Let me bring these lips in just a little bit because I'm giving just a little bit of too much gloss. Okay, that's better. Okay. What are the likes looking like? To let me know, Taskwa. It looks like the number is stuck. Uh-huh. What are the numbers looking like? Can I share this a little more? Let me see if I can. 73. Okay, we're almost there. We just need 200 people, y'all. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me share this to a couple more places really quickly. Because all we need is 200 people. That's our house minimum, y'all. We got to reach that now, y'all. Okay. Okay, now let me go down here. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. Some of y'all may get double notifications. It's okay. Be sure to share this out. It helps. We need to get to 200 people at a minimum. Be sure to share this out. Okay. Okay, I think we're done. Got it. Okay. Uh-huh. We need 7 more. Okay, we're at 95. Okay. We're almost there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hate that these intros are so long, y'all. We're already at 10 minutes. Just, honey, just fast forward when you watch this back. Just fast forward. Okay. We're at 7. We need 7 more. Okay. So we're almost there. Okay. All right. But listen, y'all, I got to get started because I really have to go. So, Brother Rock Leach, Social Fire eChurch is one of those channels where, you know, I will watch something, I will enjoy it, and I will watch something, I will enjoy it, and then I'll come back, and then there's something I'm like, oh my God, I will send a super chat, I will send something like, you know, to support the channel. Then I come back, baby, here we go again. I think like right now I'm at a point where I think right now I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just about done because some of this stuff is injurious, right? And when I say injurious, I'll be okay. But yeah, it's just like some of this stuff doesn't serve a purpose for the greater good of, you know, people's spiritual well-being. It seems sometimes pointed, right? And so once I understand, thank y'all for the 100 likes. I appreciate it. Once I pick up on that, then I say, okay, I've tried to watch and try to support, but yeah, this is not going to work for me. So yeah, I think I'm just about done. That don't mean I'm going to unfollow you or maybe, you know, anything like that. But you know, I just want to be going and check out any more of this content. I just, you know, I'm good, right? Okay. And also I want to be clear about the fact that I'm not trying to dictate or change anybody's biblical perspectives or religious theological leanings. So we stopped doing that in the late 90s. Those of us that come up through O.C. Allen, Yvette Flunder, and the late Archbishop Carl Bean, my spiritual father. We stopped going through all of that. We don't debate Bible scriptures. No one does that anymore. It's antiquated. Okay, when it comes to progressive theology, nobody's debating Bible scriptures anymore. So the fact that people still, you know, throw things out and weaponize them is kind of like, okay, it's a little dated for some of us that are more progressive. Okay, all right, okay. So I'm not trying to change anybody's perspectives, anybody's you know, theological whatever. But I can say this. We can agree to disagree unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression. That is James Baldwin. We can agree to disagree unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression. You may get that on the way home. So I watched the video. It's not really a long video, about 20 minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even understand. I didn't even understand what the video purpose was. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I really didn't. I'm lost. There was clips of Yvette Flunder, O.C. Allen, and then there's this conversation about gay churches and gay doctrine and gay theology and LGBTQ. Hey, here's my thing. If you don't want to be gay, if you don't want to go to a gay church, if you don't want anything concerning the LGBTQ, all you have to do is just don't participate or don't deal with them. Like, I don't get it. I really don't understand people sometimes. Like, okay, like, because, and I asked God before I came on, Lord, please keep my Aquarian shade down to a minimum. Just allow me to talk to the people, get the message to the people, and then I can just go on about my day. I am not in flesh right now. I'm trying my best, y'all. Y'all pray for me. Reach your hands out towards me so that I do not, because Pam say my face changes. She knows when my face changes over. I can't see it. Y'all can. Ain't nobody even, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't. Well, I do, but it's like, child, what is all this about? Bro. Okay, so there's always a video concerning gay people, and because of their assembling together and the fact that, gay people are affirming other gays, and there's ministries that are forming, and the gospel of inclusion and progressive leanings and all of this stuff, because it's LGBTQ centered, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem, Arvell, I'm not going to keep teaching these master classes about why we have gay churches. It's kind of like why we have HBCUs. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to keep doing it over and over again, having these discussions about why there's an Yvette Flunder City of Refuge, why there's an O.C. Allen Vision, and why there's a Unity Fellowship of Christ Church movement. And I'm doing my best right now, y'all. I'm trying my best not to tap into Tyesse alter ego Priscilla. I'm fighting with myself right now. I am. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I will say this. It will be one thing. The current state of the Black church right now is absolute USDA board certified garbage, trash. That's facts. That's facts. There's no debate about that. That ain't just my perspective. The state of the Black church right now, as we speak, is garbage. I think it will be better suited for people to start working in-house and put the LGBTQ community, if that's going to be your thing, you need to put that way down on the list. You can get to that maybe in 50 years from now, because you have a lot of work to do with the Black orthodoxy of the Black church. It is utter trash. Everybody knows it. People tend to say, well, there are people out here doing the work. They're few and far between. Honey, for every Otis Moss, there's about 12 Brian Carnes. For every Reverend Sharp, there's about 15 Patrick Woodens. Let's keep it real here. I hope I am, Prince. Let's keep it real. So to Brother Leach, you really could just start with y'all. Start with y'all, what y'all got going on, and then maybe get to us if that's your thing. And then get to us later on, because you're going to be busy for a long, long time. It is utter trash. I said it. Quote me on it. The thing about it is, the thing about it is, if LGBTQ people have found alternative ways to get to the God of their understanding, if they're going to hell, if their church is not something that's real, if they're in their space worshiping God, even if you say they go into hell and the Bible okay, if they're in their spaces worshiping God, doing their own thing, why does that bother you so much? That's a real question. They're not gonna see the kingdom of God. They ain't gonna see y'all. Everybody know where everybody going. It's really amazing. It's galling, actually. Okay, they're in their church. They're not bothering anybody. But a lot of times, I think a lot of times when it comes to an O.C. Allen or Yvette Flunder or my late spiritual father, Archbishop Carl Bean, the way they slice and dice these people theologically, they have a hard time. They have a hard time with that, y'all. They really do. A lot of these straight folks, they have a hard time with that. I'm going to be honest. Patriarchy and homophobia, it does not work well, or it works better. It works to its full potential. Patriarchy and homophobia works best when paired with religious dogma and the Bible full strength, if that makes sense. It just works better. If you say you believe everything in the Bible word for word, you're a Bible literalist, it just works really well for homophobia and patriarchy. It does. That's why you saw so many people, like all of y'all, not the Tyesse, I'm talking about people that came out and was trashing Kerry Bryant over her dress. They didn't have a problem. Nobody said that there was an issue with Patrick Wooden likening her to a prostitute or a whore. They didn't have a problem with that because, to be honest with you, the Bible kind of like backs them up. It does. They were actually reading Bible scriptures concerning why Bishop Wooden was not problematic. So when you pair the Bible with all of this homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, misogynoir, and patriarchy, you have a whole damn recipe for what you see out here on YouTube. Gay people are being born right now at hospitals all across America. There are gay babies being born. Well, there are babies being born that will identify as LGBTQ. Let me say it that way. There are babies being born now that will eventually identify as LGBTQIA+. And you can debate whether people are born gay, whether they become gay. That's another debate we don't have time for. But there are babies being born right now that will eventually identify as LGBTQIA+. And I'm at a place, Kirby, I'm at a place where there's this assumption that I have, and I need to work on that people that are ministers have done some sort of research on human sexuality, gender studies. I keep thinking that, and I don't know, I need to work on that. I keep forgetting that a lot of people basically go to the Bible as their source of information. There is no historical context. You're not going to hear them talk about the word homosexuality being added to the Bible in 1946. So, yeah, I got to work on it. I'm just assuming that if you are out here and you have a minister before your name, a reverend or bishop or archbishop, whatever, pope, that you have done some sort of, you have to be some sort of learned person at least. Hey, Sam. That's exactly what happened, Peaches Banks. Well, that's what they do. And the thing about it is that many use scriptures as weapons for their own selfish justification and judgment. And if you don't like gay people, we can pick up on it. I mean, you can't, hey, he says you cannot use the Bible as some sort of mask. Like, we can't see, we know what homophobia, transphobia, we know what it looks like. We know what it feels like because we have so much experience with it. Can't just be sitting up throwing out Bible scriptures and then throwing shade in between and think we ain't gonna catch on to it. You're using terminology that's offensive, fruity, fruits, then trying to throw a little connotation in there, fruits of the spirit. Child, listen, y'all. Jesus himself never said anything about homosexuality. But then they'll go to a scripture where they talk about, oh my God, these people, I tell you, they're insufferable. This is the only word I can describe. Can you repeat that statement of that's James Baldwin. We can agree to disagree unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression. That's James Baldwin. It legit costs you nothing to worry about yourself. I don't want people to think that I'm saying that you don't have a right to exegete or discuss your theological perspectives based on your current belief. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that when you do that, there's a way that you should do it that don't make you look like somewhere in 1943 somewhere. Like, there's a way you should be able to articulate your biblical perspectives without making gay people seem like they are some sort of plague or something. Again, I guess I have to say it one more time. Teach it again. I guess I will. You see Yvette Blunder in Oakland, San Francisco. You see O.C. Allen in Atlanta. You see some of the great scholars and teachers in D.C. You see my late spiritual father, Archbishop Carl Bean, who I consider the godfather of a lot of this, y'all. I'm just saying, I could be a little biased, but those churches were in place because the traditional church failed. They failed to properly put in place the core tenets or utilize the core tenets of the scripture when it comes to loving people and meeting people where they are. They just didn't do it. They didn't care. And people make a million excuses. Well, we came up out of slavery, and child, they had put all that stuff in our heads, and a lot of people weren't able to shake it, Tyesse. I don't make no excuses for nobody. Not in 2026. Well, that's the way the granddaddy was preaching, and that's the way the son preaching, and now that's the way the grandson preaching, Tyesse. It's intergenerational. Child, I ain't making no excuses for nobody. No. You can go to Google, you can go to ChatGPT and learn some of our people, learn a little something. You can go to get your damn old school dictionary if you have to. These folks fail to realize that there were Christians who existed long before a New Testament Bible was ever written in a symbol, and the Old Testament was written for ancient Jewish people. These leaders, let me go back. These leaders came along and helped people that needed help because there was no safe space for them. There was only an option of deliverance, and it was abusive. And some of the people in the chat remember the days where you physically got put out of the church. Now they just do it from the pulpit so bad that you just get up and walk out. But some of the old guard is in here remembering back in the day when they would literally escort you out the door and tell you don't bring your gay ass back up in here no more. Some of the old saints are still around in the building in the back. Now they just preach it so bad that you just say, oh my God, what is this? I'm up out of here. Hey, Larry. Those churches came about because there was no safe space for nobody. My spiritual father, Archbishop Carl Bean, had a vision, said that he saw people in bandages walking around. This is right before the AIDS epidemic hit. He saw people in bandages walking around. He knew that God had called him to do something. He answered the call that the black church at that time was not doing. He answered the call that the black church was not doing at that time. You couldn't even have your funeral in the damn church if you died of AIDS. Hell, the family wouldn't even go and pick up the body. They was hanging up on the coroner's office. Valerie, is she still here? The coroner's office called, the body is ready to be picked up to take to the funeral home. We don't want nothing to do with that. Leave him down here. They was cremating people and just putting the ashes in poplar fields. I don't know, throw them away, whatever they did to them back in those days. And then these people are sitting up here on Beyonce's internet in 2026, lambasting Yvette Flunder and O.C. Allen and the churches that are trying to give somebody. What is the alternative? What would you like us to do, Brother Leach? What would you like? Because I know y'all want everybody to just get delivered and get the demon up out of you. But what would you like? We can't go to O.C. Allen. I'll be there in the morning. If Deb Pass and money lasts, I'll be there in the morning. You can't go to your church in the morning and worship God in spirit in your truth, spirit in the truth. And so you can't do that, you know. Then if you go up into these traditional churches, they talking about you like a dog from the pulpit while the pastor is meeting you at Flex with a baseball cap on and a mask. What? Just give me what you want us to do. Just tell me what you want us to do, and I'll work with you, Pastor Leach. What would you like? You got to get delivered. Okay. How many times do we have to tell y'all? We've already tried deliverance. It does not work. Look at Keith McQueen. Well, we know his real reason, but that's another example. Look at that little ill-informed boy from St. Louis that went down there and said he was delivered. Look at Donnie McClurkin right now. I got to give y'all a link to a video. You got to watch it. Look at Donnie McClurkin right now. Now his chickens are coming home to roost because he was running around here playing. And you thought the universe was not going to pull your number, Donnie? You're crazy. Now he over there shaking and singing songs off key. The man said you was a freak, and I believe it. That's what he said. He said you was a whole freak, and I believe everything that he said. Now, is he trying to get him an envelope based on the current New York laws? Yeah, I believe that. Is he trying to get him an envelope? Did he come when he saw all this stuff going on with all these lawsuits? And probably said, well, let me go up here and see if I can get me an envelope. Do I believe that too? Yes, I do. But I believe that, Donnie, you was being a freak of the week. You was being a freak of the week while you were still out here preaching deliverance. And you were, sir, the video is still up. And that's the problem people are having, Donnie. The video is still up over there. You was talking about, I've had a sprinkling of both men and women. I've had a sprinkling. The video is up. You never gave us a timeline of the sprinkling. You know, you never gave us a timeline. So that's going to be one of your problems right there. We've all been out there, up there at the pulpit. They rubbing our chests. And we saying, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And they said we was getting purged. The white stuff was in the corner of our mouth. Oh, he's getting purged. It's coming up. Jesus, 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 Jesus. And we was purged. They said we was getting purged. No, girl, you were not getting purged. You said Jesus so much, you started foaming at the mouth because you kept saying it over and over again. That foam was not purged. The foam was because you kept saying Jesus over and over again, girl. And what happened? You got up and the old mother would say, oh, he got it. Oh, yeah, she got it, baby. Oh, you got it. And as soon as you went out and sat out over there, you started looking at crotches and booties again. What was in my mouth time? So you started instantly, as soon as you got up off the mourner's bench, as soon as you got up from the altar, you started looking at crotches and booties again. That's what you did. They actually used to use a whole bottle of oil on your head. They would just dump it. They would just go like this on your head. That's why some of our skins are so good to this day. Some of us have such beautiful skin because they just dumped the whole olive oil on you. It was all in your nose, all in your eyes. And then as soon as it was over, you go to pound after praise. I knew then. y'all. I said, listen, I hope I'm telling the truth. Thank you so much. I knew then, Tyesse Squad, that something was off. I said, something's not right with this. Because they keep saying we have a demon in us. There's a demon in us, but these people are supposed to be powerful, but ain't nobody able to pull this demon up out of nobody. Look at how many gay people are all over just the America. And ain't nobody, this demon does not come out of nobody. All the people that is, saying that they're ex-gays all look like they're suffering from Stockholm syndrome. They all look like, they shell shocked or just saw, a building collapse or something. All the ex-gay people look really, really, I don't know, almost damn near depressed. You're telling the truth, got up from there, altar, and went on Jack the same night. And they'll, what they'll say? Well, that thing wasn't purged properly up out of you. Like, girl, at this point, I give up. I'm not going to keep coming up here letting y'all empty whole gallons of Wilson oil on my damn head every night. I'm not doing this no more. We went to the shut-ins. What happened? Hey, they was all up in there freaking low key, no shade at the shut-ins. Everybody be up under them blankets and stuff. We went over there, to the shut-ins. Everybody up under them pallets at night. That turned into freak sessions in some churches. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Them shut-ins was damn near just like damn Tokyo Valentino. Some of y'all know about them damn vans, that back row on that church van. Some of y'all know. A lot of stuff was going on back there on that back row on that church van. My nephew said, "Can we have a shut-in?" I just, I have nothing against brother social, whatever it's called. I don't have nothing against him. I just can't go back around there no more, y'all. I'm done. I like his topics on some stuff, but it's becoming injurious. Because that video, it made no sense to me. Them people, Yvette Flunder is one of the most beautiful spirits you will ever encounter. O.C. Allen, although I haven't met him yet, I had opportunities, I haven't had a chance to meet him yet. O.C. Allen, these are people that are out here helping people understand that you are not alone and that you do not have to destroy yourself mentally. You do not have to destroy yourself mentally to experience God. You don't have to live a lie to experience God. You don't have to do that. You don't have to implement scriptures from a historic time point that is antiquated to apply to us today, because who we are today is a lot different than the customs and the times of the scripture. I can't wait to meet him. God knows you're telling the truth. I remember my coaching days. What I want to tell Brother Leach, what I want to tell all of these people, and I will give up the rostrum, I may drop the link. Well, I want to tell everybody, if you think that anybody in this chat that is LGBTQ or even questioning, if you think that we are about to go back to those days of abuse and bondage, you are batshit crazy. I'm tapping into the flesh. I'm going to get up out of it. Y'all are batshit crazy if you think that anybody in this chat that has been liberated and got them chains up off of you is going to go back to living that life. That's why so many people unalive themselves. That's why so many people jumped off bridges and took pills and took drugs until their bodies and livers and hearts just popped. That's why. Because they couldn't take the internal angst. As I said, and I'm trying not to get vulgar, Brother Leach, y'all got enough to deal with in the Black church right now. I'm trying not to tap into my flesh. I'm trying my best, because I see there's some people here, there's some dignitaries in the chat. I'm trying my best, so I want people to leave here thinking I'm carnal. But I'm telling y'all, these people keep pushing me. I'm going to come on here one day, and I'm going to let loose. It's going to be a misunderstanding. I don't want to talk about nobody's clothes, y'all. I don't. My mama didn't like for us to talk about other people's clothes. But I'm telling you, they're going to keep pushing me, and I'm going to come on here one day, and I'm going to go viral. I'm trying my best. But these people keep triggering me with these videos. I'm going to come on here, and I'm going to be on CNN and MSNBC. I promise you. I'm trying not to talk about these people's clothes. I'm not. Okay? I want to keep this very master class, very TED Talk. I'm trying my best. You know how they do over there at the Potter's house, because they don't really preach. They do TED Talks. You know, when Sarita go like this. I want to keep it like, how they talk. Because they don't preach at the Potter's house, y'all. They go, she be going, want to keep it just, hey, Theo. Just another reaction to one of these videos, Like, what do O.C. Allen, what do these people have to do with anything? They don't even bother anybody. The doctrine. Oh, Jesus, y'all, I don't know. There's no use for me doing no more of these videos. I just continue on with my regular content. It's just there's nothing left for me to say. You can't even go to the damn church and just go to a gay affirming ministry and worship God in your understanding and be in peace and be happy. Come up out of there. What you doing up in there? Girl, we can't go to your church. Does anybody else feel like this is insanity? Does anybody else feel like this is crazy? We're gonna claim fair use because I don't want people to think I'm just picking on Brother Leach. We're gonna claim fair use, fair use, fair use. Okay, fair use. I'll play just a little excerpt. I've been a supporter over there. I just can't go back around there no more, y'all. I can't. I'm just gonna play just a little teeny weeny excerpt. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I ain't playing this stuff back because it's dangerous to even hear it. Hold on, let me do this. Give me 1 second, Time Squad. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might what? Otherwise be infringing. Okay, let's just listen in.
By viral sermons, this is not the Holy Ghost moving. This is flesh being validated. That's what's going on, because we've got churches.
I may have to stop you guys because YouTube requires me to give commentary if I want to. If I'm going to reuse, I have to give some commentary. So I may have to stop it periodically.
Clapping for what God calls sin and calling it progress, calling it inclusion, calling it love. But scripture doesn't change because society changes. Listen, be not deceived. The unrighteousness shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Listen, that's 1 Corinthians 6, 9, and 11 all day long, 24/7. That don't change. They will not endure sound doctrine. After their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers. Yo, that's 2 Timothy 4 and 3. That doesn't change. That is there 24/7. Now, let me tell you, I want to say this plainly. Sexual immorality is not a small issue. The Bible teaches it's a different kind of sin because it strikes the body and the soul. Flee fornication. He that cometh fornication sinneth against his own body. That's 1 Corinthians 6 and 18. And when sexual sin gets into leadership, it doesn't just damage the preacher, it spreads to the people. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. Do y'all hear me? That's Galatians 5 and 9. So I'm not impressed by crowds. I'm not impressed by viral sermons. If the fruit is rebellion, the root is not God. Because
rebellion is a key word. Rebellion is a key word because a lot of the ministers feel like when we go off and start our own churches and our own movements, then we are rebelling against. They want to make it seem like we're rebelling against God, but actually people are rebelling against systems, oppressive systems. So we're not rebelling against God because we're still worshiping the same God that we worship in those spaces. We're just leaving the chat.
The moment the pulpit starts celebrating what God condemns, you don't have a church anymore. You have a stage. You don't want to miss this video.
Okay. Oh, child. Okay. Okay. We don't want to miss it. When was the last time you went viral for preaching about? Listen, y'all. I don't. Let me wait for the song to pass over, and then. Okay.
Let's go ahead and get straight over into the content here. I want to go and show you because I'm going to show you this because it's becoming very strong in churches everywhere. And going over to what did the scriptures say there with Pastor Rod, he did a video a little while ago, and I knew that I would react to the video at some point because I wanted to talk about this. That is getting inside the church, y'all. It's becoming a normal thing for people who are embracing this homosexual, this effeminacy spirit in the pulpit. Now, I'm gonna let you see this, and I need you to kind of, make sure you're sitting down for this one. Let's go. But
so he's showing the video. They like to do this. They like to find videos of people that are either androgynous or non-binary, gender non-confirming, and people are in their worship spaces. However you feel about a man that is effeminate, however you feel about a man that is gender non-conforming, maybe non-binary, maybe trans, however you feel about them in church worshiping as themselves. They're not in your church. See, what that is rooted in is rooted in homophobia. You know, it's rooted in the fact that you don't like gay people. Full stop. I don't use that term. I don't say that loosely or lightly. You don't like effeminate gay men. And we could get a lot further in the conversation if you admit that. That's what that is. You don't like men that dress up like women. That's also rooted in transphobia. And if they're in their church dressed like that, what the hell does it have to do with you? But a lot of times, no shade to Brother Rock, but a lot of times these people have more people in their churches than these people had in their churches when they had them. They're more effective. People are coming. Vision is packed every Sunday. They got to go up in the what do they call it? They got to go up there to the balcony. And I'm just saying, a lot of this is like sometimes people just feel a certain type of way that LGBTQ people just have that thing, because the truth of the matter is all of your churches, gay people run out. A lot of them are just not out, but women and gays are the foundations of the Black church. They are. And see, you don't want to admit that. They want you to stay in the closet. They don't want you, like the Church of God in Christ, you can be active over there, but you just can't be out. You can fry 80 million pieces of chicken for Sunday. You can flat iron Karen's hair. You can do Jackie hair, Twinkie hair, Dorinda hair, make 7 dresses that Sunday, go in the back, fry the chicken, decorate the church, but you just can't come out and say you're gay. You go out there, wax and wash Twinkie's Lincoln, wax her car, you know, do Dorinda's hair, make 12 dresses for Karen, pick up everybody from the Church of God in Christ from the airport, drop them off at their hotels, then come to church, pass out flyers, pass out offering envelopes, and then what you gonna get for it? Nothing. You just can't come out and say you're gay and did all that. And all the gay people do it for is proximity and prestige, to say, I do Karen hair. But Karen ain't gonna come and advocate for you or speak up for you if it's concerning LGBTQ issues. But you get to say, it's like them people that hang around, it's like them people that hang around Tamar, the gays that hang around Tamar. Glue Dorinda's wig down, you know. Put all them ornaments on Karen's dresses and jackets and stuff. And then they ain't got nothing for you. Ain't nothing coming. If you're in the need and it's concerning anything LGBTQ, you ain't got shit coming from them people, I promise you. But we're going to be praying for you, brother. We're going to be praying for you, sister. So he was talking about.
So show you Bishop O.C. Allen. I'm also going to go over there and talk about Bishop Flunder.
He said, I'm also going to talk about O.C. Allen. I'm also going to talk about Yvette Flunder. We just want to know, what did they do to you? Like, that's all we want to know. What did they do to generate this video? You saw a gay man that's effeminate, wearing high heels or very flamboyant in his church, praising God. That triggered you. So now O.C. Allen, do O.C. Allen and Yvette Flunder catch strays because this gay man triggered you, or was it all one triggeration? Make Karen's hats. Like I said, sir, y'all really could just focus on just the straight stuff that's going on in the straight church. Just focus on that, or the heteronormative church. You could do a whole series on Brian Carn from the day he started ministry to today. That would take you at least 2 years. You could do a new series on Donnie McClurkin. And since it's about homosexuality, it may be your wheelhouse. That would take you at least 18 months. The numbers are low because nobody's trying to sit up under the negative antiquated messaging. It's played. That's what they're not getting. When you look over there at Bishop Woodin's church, they never pan that camera around. I'm getting in flesh. They never pan that camera around and do a 360. Go over there and watch them videos. They keep that camera on that damn pulpit in the first 2 rows. So I don't know if Pastor Leach had a church, if he has a church. I don't know. But a lot of these people, sometimes, you know, they have ministries and then they give up because it didn't take off, it didn't hit, and they all come to YouTube. That's not shade. YouTube is a great place, you know, for you to come to after, you know, if something don't work out for you. How my thing uneven? Okay. There we go. Hey, Desiree. That's just what that's what happens, y'all. Sometimes these ministries don't work out. You know, they don't know, you know, because sometimes people just may not have it, you know. Well, Donnie said he was struggling. He said he was struggling. He still was attracted. That's his words, not mine. He said he was still struggling. And he had a sprinkling of both men and women, a sprinkling. Oh, do I need to hear any more of this? Let me see. Let me see the man. Let me show them. Okay.
Here, which was these several clips that he put together. I just want to show you how this is becoming a normal thing. You know,
it's becoming a normal thing in their church. What does that have to do with you in your church? If there is a gay man in a pulpit at his gay church or gay affirming movement, and he's praising God as himself and his liberation and his freedom, how is that triggering to you? I'm lost. It ain't like, I kid you not, it ain't like the gays we triggered, you know, by the stuff y'all be doing. It ain't like we be like, oh my God. The only time we do come out and do anything is like we're doing right now. Because we literally don't bother these people because we're so ingrained in the church any damn ways. That may be it. That may be it.
and then people will be like, "Oh, he's just sweet. He all right. He working it." No, this is.
And so he's playing the videos, laughing at these feminine men. That's why I said I don't think I'll be able to go around there no more. He's playing the video, laughing at the feminine men, talking about their perspectives of God. Like, what is it? I don't understand what the problem is. If you think that they're all in error and they're all going to hell and that they're all sexually immoral, no one's trying to make you not see that or feel that. If that's how you see it and how you feel it. But I'm just trying to figure out how does that affect you? Because I tell y'all, we don't bother these people. We just don't. All we do is critique. If it comes out and it goes viral, most of the times it's going to be discussed. That's it. Ain't nobody going nowhere trying to tell y'all about y'all doctrine. You need to change it. The Bible is, you know, this or the Bible is that. Then my girl Yvette Blunder, OCL, and they catching strays because of these gay feminine men. Is that what really triggered you? So you packaged the whole video together? Are people of the LGBTQ not supposed to have spaces to that's my question of the day. Because if you can't go over there, they treat you like trash, right? And you got to be delivered. Because Patrick Wooden said they can come, they can't stay that way. Honey, what's the timeline? How much time do we have to, like, we got to get saved? Is there a timeline? I happen to agree, brother. I happen to agree, Theo. And let's just face it. These gay churches I hate to say gay churches, gay affirming churches are really, they're popular. And the reason they're growing is because people are just, a lot of people are just coming to the realization like, child, I'm out of here. That's why a lot of these, and a lot of the churches that are not gay affirming, but they are, some people call, it's inclusive and gay affirming are two different things, but there are also churches that just teach the mantle and the mantra of Jesus Christ. They're not there to beat you down and destroy you into submission. There are churches that are not inclusive and not gay affirming. They're just churches that just teach the teachings of Jesus and let people find God how they find them. There are plenty of churches like that. You're not going to hear them preaching hate from the pulpit. You're not going to also hear them, being, affirming either, but you can come in here and this is a safe space. That's what church is supposed to be. But let's be honest, a lot of them churches are few and far between, y'all. Nah, he been waiting to say he's phobic, not triggered. I Brother Leach, I'm done. And I know, honey, you won't miss me, I'm sure. It's okay. I've given a couple of super chats over there, content that I found interesting. But yeah, bro, I think I'm just about done. I wish you the best, but I can't. This is becoming injurious because this is not the place it's coming from. I understand religious dogma and all that, and this seems to be coming from a personal place. I just don't feel like you like gay people. It's personal. It's phobic. Yeah. And so, yeah, I just, that feeling, I can pick up on it. You don't like gay men. You don't like, I get it. It's okay. Yeah, I think I'm just about done, Brother Leach. Okay? I wish you the best. Take care. But I won't be back around there no more. Like I said, he probably won't even miss me. Okay? But it's okay. It's all right. Straight people ain't safe at church, so homosexuals won't be. Okay? That's literally the definition of sanctuary, a safe space. You would think more than determined. You would think that people could just come in church and just praise God and worship God and just try to understand the tenets of Christ and everybody go home. It sounds very easy. But some of these people, that's not on their bingo cards. I think some of the straight men who harp on homosexuality have a slight obsession. All right. I feel better. I feel lighter on McDonald. And I could have went a little deeper, but you know what? My people know me. My people are knowledgeable. They're educated. And so we don't really have to, we ain't got to go too deep. Let me do a few topics, in-house topics, and we're done. Okay. And we're done. Y'all know I'm still recovering from that Ebola COVID rigmarole that we had. Okay. I had two things to talk about. So let me talk about Brian Carn's video is up. A lot of y'all was like, I wish I would. So let me give you just a review of Brian Carn's video. Brian Carn, it's not a long video. It wasn't long. He appeared to be in a hotel room. I think he was in Mobile or in Alabama. But okay, so I'm going to give you a review of Brian Carn's, address. So let me just give you that, and then I'll move on to my next topic. Brian Carn in that video, so you don't have to watch it. Brian Carn, you can see his concern was his base and the people that support him. His base and the people that support him. That's all he was concerned about. And so the gaslight was real. Let me start there. The gaslight was very, very real. And he went on to talk about, yes, I pled guilty, and yes, I did this. But the gaslight was so strong. It was like, and you kind of can like see how people are gullible. You kind of see how, because if a man is talking to you like in a pimp-like tone, and then these women are enamored with you, I kind of see how these women kind of are kind of like gullible. Because when you're finessing people, and I mean you literally finessing them, and they caught up in man, and a lot of them are idolizing people. They over the chat talking about, yes, man of God, yes. And none of them people, I can guarantee you, none of them people read that criminal complaint. I guarantee they didn't read that criminal complaint. Because if you read that criminal complaint, you understand that, first of all, Brian is a liar. He lied. But they over there in that damn chat talking about, yes, sir. Ooh, yes. And he's talking about, God is going to get the glory, and God's going to do this, and God's going to do that. And I'm sitting there like, okay. If that's how you gonna put it, in the end, God's going, okay, all right. And people, let me say it like this. Talking about what happened is not accountability. In the Black church now, we have this thing where someone will do a lie and come out and talk about what happened. Yes, I pled guilty. Yes, there's a lot going on right now. And then people say, oh, that's not accountability. Accountability is when you take responsibility for what you did and say, yes, I did it, but not trying to make it seem like, well, I pled guilty, I pled guilty, y'all. Why did you plead guilty? Because you, and the reason you did that was because you, that's accountability. Accountability is not rehashing what we already know, telling us the details of what's going on. That is not accountability. That is a recapitulation of the facts. I'm just saying, y'all. But like I said, people are idolizing sadly, I believe the real issue is they would rather have the community in their churches to serve used as punching bags and tithe givers rather than not. They're upset that they're losing that. I did that video 2 years ago, sis. I did that video 2 years ago. You done stirred something up in me, like way Larry said, I stirred something up in him. Yeah, you done stirred something up in me. I did that video 2 years ago, sis. I did. There was a study. I'll get back to Brian Cohen. There was a study. This was around the transition from Bush to Obama. Around whatever, 2007, 2000, Bush, Obama, around that era. Okay. And there was this thing that they were doing where a lot of churches were kind of adopting this, this new way of, it was kind of like don't ask, don't tell in the church. And then I kind of picked up a little steam with some people, a couple of ministries. Don't ask, don't tell, just come up in here. And, because a lot of the churches were suffering financially, and they saw that, and then they were kind of like saying like, okay, we can kind of like bring some of y'all in here. We don't want y'all doing too much. Y'all can't be in here with that gay shit. Just come on up in here. Like they knew that they needed to expand. They need to expand in order to not lose, because when son Bush had attacked gay marriage and attacked gay folks and stuff, people started seeing these numbers start dwindling. Do anybody remember when Bush and the all that gay rights and all that was really popular? Anybody remember that? Some of them churches started saying like, wait a minute, we seen a little bump in our tithes and our offerings and stuff. We need to bring them back. So at the end of the daytime squad, a lot of churches start, you remember, okay, Bush was really heavy on that. They were like, it was the morality police. And so once they started seeing the numbers go down, then a couple of ministries, a couple of people started saying, we're about God's love, and we don't want anybody. No, girl, you saw those numbers. The secretary, the treasurer told y'all the numbers was drawing down because y'all had attacked the gay community and didn't realize a lot of the gay community are in your ministries, in your churches. And you don't want them to be married, and you don't want them to have rights and stuff. It was crazy. Some of y'all remember. Child, that didn't last no time, y'all. All that. It wasn't exactly inclusive. It was just, you saw a lot of people talking about, we welcome everybody. But it really wasn't inclusive. It was like, come on in. Just come on in. Just don't come in here with all that gay stuff. Just sit your ass down somewhere if you come back and give us some more of them tithes we lost. Okay. So, Samara, that is a true situation. Like I said, Vision is packed every Sunday. These churches that are inclusive are growing and expanding. Ministries popping up everywhere. And a lot of the traditional, we talked about that about 3 weeks ago, about, the article that came out in the Christian Post where they're expecting 15,000 churches to close. But when you look at some of the affirming ministries, they're growing, and non-traditional worship spaces, a lot of the and online ministries that understand, we want to be clear, they're growing and thriving. That understand some things about some things. Obama was too then. He started off with that mess, and then by the time he got up out of there, and I believe that he used all his political capital. Obama used everything on that gay marriage. I said, listen, if you're going to spend it all. He put all his chips on that gay marriage. And I think that's what really haunted him to this day with them damn whack jobs over there. Anyways, Brian Carr got on there, y'all, and gave them people what they needed. And listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to your base. I don't find nothing wrong with showing up and make sure everybody that's following you understand what's going on. I don't find nothing wrong with that. I just find something wrong with when you're playing in our faces and you're damn gaslighting these people. But if you come on and you want to discuss, what's going on with your people, what's going on with your ministry, the criminal complaint and whatnot, if you want to discuss that, there's nothing wrong with that, But accountability, true accountability, is giving book, line, and verse. Shout out to Iyanla. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tony L. Wilson. Tony L. Wilson Browder for $20 for excellent content. I appreciate that, brother. I do. We need 8 more. We need 9 more $20. That's what we need. We need 9 more 20s. If you have not become a member of Larry's Members Only, go over there and check it out. Last night was really, really juicy. I'm not gonna lie. Go over there and check it out. I feel it'll be probably the best $4.99 you spent, because that was really, really insightful last night concerning some current events. We'll put it like that. We don't really want to, stick that hornet's nest right now, but yeah, I think it would be the best $4.99 you've ever spent. Head over now and join Larry's Members Only and check out the latest video. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. So check that out. Check that out. I think right now everything seems like the streets are kind of quiet, but they can pick up at any moment, you guys. They can pick up at any moment. Thanks, Tafika. I enjoyed it. I actually played it back from the beginning. It was really insightful. Let me say this without giving away too much. My only thing with Brother Justin is this. and I don't mean this as a dig or an insult to Brother Justin. I just think at some point people just have to start being truthful with themselves. You just got to start being truthful with yourself. You can't run from yourself at some point. That's all I'm gonna say on that, y'all. Just start being truthful with yourself. That's all we asking in 2026, y'all. Just be truthful to yourself. Okay. I also had an epiphany, y'all. During that live, because I was watching, because I had finished my live. I didn't even know what was going on. I finished my live, and then I went in and I looked, and something was being discussed. And I sat in the bushes and watched a few minutes before I entered the chat. So I was able to see something concerning another blogger. And in that moment, I had a really clear epiphany concerning that blogger. What you mean, Tyesse? Help us out a little bit. What I mean, I had an epiphany. I had a real epiphany concerning a blogger. The epiphany is, I'm going to take my text and then I'm going to get in my car. My epiphany is that the issue with me and a certain blogger is everything that is going on with me and that blogger is in their mind, space, or whatever they got going on. I ain't got nothing to do with whatever they got going on in their mind. All of that is on them. And so I need y'all to understand this. Stop trying to figure out what is going on in other people's heads about you. You're not gonna be able to figure it out. There's things going on. That's above our pay grade. We're not psychologists. We're not none of that. We're not therapists. What did I say to you today? Stop trying to figure out what is going on and why people feel the way they feel about you. Why they feel the way they feel about you. Stop trying to figure that out. You're not going to figure it out. Be okay with being the villain in everybody else's story. Don't even try to figure it out no more. Like I said, it's one thing if I have done something to you, something tangible, something that you can articulate, something that you can say, that bitch did this right here. Not something that has been created, not something that has been contrived, but something that you can put a verb or noun to and say, that's what this bitch did to me. If you can't articulate that, then there's something else going on that none of us know about. And I know you talked to us about that situation, Brandy. I don't have nothing else to say. What can I do? You can't win. You can't win with these folks. You can't say you see me spiritually as dark or wicked or anything. You can't say that. You can't say that because I don't operate. I'm not a dark person. I'm not a dark person. I'm not evil. I'm not none of that. So you can't say that. So I don't know what you see. Now I can say what I see, but I ain't trying to start nothing else up. But but you can't say you see anything on this side dark, wicked, or nefarious, right? Because I know I'm a good person. I know how I show up in the world. I ain't on these YouTube streets. I ain't no shadier or messier than any other blogger. How you feel about me is a you problem. Hey, Brother Carter. How you feel about me, that's on you, sweetheart. I wish you the best. No, I don't. But I hope that everything one day clears up in your mind about, what was the problem. Because it sure ain't on my end. Now, I don't wish you the best. I wish everything that God has for you. How you feel about me is a you problem. It's something on the end going through those. Yeah. Let me say this. And this is just, I'm just being honest with y'all. When it comes to, I don't like, even when I was in high school, when that was popular, I don't like the thing of, you can't be my friend if you their friend. And I don't like doing that to people. I know some people are like, well, girl, if y'all call me when you stop fucking with him, call me when you stop messing with that person. I know some people are like that. I can be friends with somebody. I can be friends with somebody that is friends with somebody I don't like. I can't. Unless God shows me something that I need to remove myself from, I can be friends with you. I can be friends with somebody. That's your friend. That's your friend. And so that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your friend. So, and if somebody, if it's something like with Larry, where Larry says he enjoys the platform and the platform brings him happiness, and he's articulated that very well. He enjoys me. He enjoys the Tyesse Squad and the collaboration and emerging. If that's being articulated, then you would want that to be something that is happy for that person. Whatever you see or whatever you feel, you're entitled to that. But it's almost like you want to transfer what you feel to the person that you're trying to take away or get not to support or view or whatever. I don't like transferring of, I don't like the transferation. I don't like you, so you're not supposed to like. Don't do that to people. That puts people in it puts them in a bad space where they feel like I can't even show up and enjoy myself because I don't want to trigger my friend and I don't want to trigger this in them. So I don't even want to, but I enjoy. And let's be honest, Larry has a sense of discernment. Larry knows if somebody is on the not good or got a bad spirit or energy around him. You're not even giving people credit enough for their own damn discernment. So this is the last day I'm discussing that, Tyesse Squad. I just wanted to let y'all know that I was able to get a real good clearing and understanding just by just sitting and watching a few seconds, just a few seconds. But yeah, this is my last day talking about that person. I just don't have it. I don't have nothing for them. Like I said, if you can articulate something to me verbally that I've done to you and I can understand, get a clear understanding, then I can work with you. Yeah, then we get a better understanding. Don't make your issue my issue. I had to tell someone that a while back. Yeah. And if you're still using something that I did or said from years ago, if you're still using that as your gotcha, or if you're still using something from 3 years ago as your talking point against me, you're not even allowing for me to have changed in those 3 years. Because you're still using the same thing from 4 years ago. The person could have evolved and changed since then, but you're still using the same receipt, the same whatever you want to call it, from 12 years ago. I'm so glad you're clear. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to that person, and I agree with them. I don't want my name associated with you either. I don't want my name spoken. Yeah, I have a name and a brand as well. So I agree with you on that. Some people are just mad they can no longer take you for granted. Well, I'm not okay. I want to be clear because I think some of y'all are, we may be, y'all talking about two different people. Okay, so let me be clear. I'm not talking about William right now, y'all. I'm not talking about William. No, not at all. Okay, because I think some of y'all may be getting conflated some things. I'm not talking about William, but we can talk about William. Let me talk about that because I don't want to talk about that no more after today either. Kind of like done on that. So, but since I think maybe some of y'all are thinking I'm talking about William, I'm not talking about William. I'm talking about that other blogger. But let me speak to the William situation because I just want to let everybody know I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done. Okay, I got you, sis. I'm done. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. I'm done. William don't have to call me and explain nothing to me. It's okay, baby. I'm done. I'm done. Stick a fork in my right hip. I'm done. Okay. Nothing else. So the thing about it is this. I did go watch the video that people told me to go watch, of William. I watched the whole thing, okay? Because I just haven't been watching William lately. Can I be honest? So I did watch the video. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing, y'all. It's somebody reaching out to him, telling him me and Larry is talking about him. And he haven't watched the video and probably didn't go watch the video, take people at face value, and then just, commits to saying whatever he wants to say about whatever he haven't watched. And these are trolls. These are people that don't even care about you. I don't need to hear anything else. We don't have to talk about it, if that makes sense. It's okay, William. It's all right. It's all right. I'm good. Okay. I know how I showed up for William. I know that my followers, they supported. I supported. We leave this iteration, this era in clean conscience because we know what we did. We know we showed up, and that's it. There's no hard feelings. There's no issue. There's no beef. What I can say is this: when I watched the video, William tends to do this, and this is what I got from that video, the last video. What William tends to do is he tends to say, well, what about this? And then he'll go back and instead of addressing what somebody said or feels about how he treated them, he will then go back and talk about, what happened in 1973 with you and them. And then he'll go back and talk about this with Larry, what happened in 1925 and whatnot. Instead of just dealing with the situation at hand, how the person feels, right? And so, and I've talked to Larry about this privately. I'm at a point now where it feels like it's kind of low-key insanity, where you allow people to come to you and bring you something, you then go live and discuss it, you then throw shade and subliminals. And after the live is over, you then call the person to try to talk to the person. That's insanity. No. One more time. These trolls, these people that ain't going to give you a dime, bring you a bone. You then go live and talk about the bone and then commit to throwing shade and subliminals out after the bone conversation. Once you're finished with that live, you then get on the phone and call the person to discuss what I don't know. That's crazy. I can't do it. I'm done. You're hearing it from me. Don't mean I won't ever go to the chat and say hello. I'm just done with the active craziness of it all. I'm done. You're allowing people that's not going to give you a dime to do this to you. All they want, you know what they want? They want you to read. They want you to read us. They want you to read me and Larry, or a battle with me. That's what they want. And then once they get what they want, once they destroy whatever it is, then they go on to the next channel to destroy some over there. That's what they're gonna do. They're watching right now. Then they'll tell him he over there talking about you right now. Everybody knows I'm not talking about, but he will believe them. Then he'll go live tonight, talk about it, then throw out shots and subliminals. Once the live is over, he'll call you on the phone. I'm like, this is crazy. Listen, it was a really beautiful thing while it lasted. And I'm not saying when I say last, I'm not saying that anything is, I'm not saying that nothing is, kaput. But you chose, if I'm to be honest, you chose finances, you chose money over whatever. That's just the truth. I'm sorry, you chose it. You chose money, bro. That's what you did. You chose, but oh, y'all, I just oh, okay. How can I say it? Bishop Jordan, all of that with the better blogger people, with William, all that's gonna dry up. I said it. It's gonna dry up, y'all. It's them people. They're not gonna be with y'all long term. I said that a while back. I've been telling y'all that. The man over there, the dude over there in Fresno, child, them people not gonna be with y'all long term like that. What do y'all think? Did y'all really think that? You see the man over there, the Crown guy, he jumped ship. I said 2 weeks, he lasted a month. So the problem with William is I am hungry. Wherever I go right now, I'm about to demolish whatever I eat. I didn't eat breakfast. It's 2:41. The problem with William, I got to sneeze. Hold on. Ooh, that girl came for my soul, Ty Squad. The problem with William is, you chose an envelope. Bro, you chose an envelope. Larry helped, he did. You have to accept that, bro. You gotta accept it. Larry did all that. He helped you. He helped you. He did it. He helped you, and then you decided to chose an envelope over whatever. You can't expect Larry to be like, oh, okay, well, let me try one more time for the road. You can't be like, Larry gonna be like, okay, well, let me try time number 17 now. Like, people they're not gonna keep, no. Do somebody under the bus for a bag or an envelope, and you chose that. And so now, when this comes to an end, or when it dries up, Larry and Tyesse won't be at the airport to pick you up. So, we won't be at the airport to pick you up in an Uber Black. Okay? It's just like, and that don't mean that, people gonna be mean to you or not accept your calls or not, block you or anything. It's just like, child, people know what to expect, and the expectations are very clear. Harold, I cannot. So like I said, baby, you know, may grace be upon you. That's the thing. That's the thing, Sharonda. I think strategically when it comes to stuff. I just think like, okay, Larry helped me with all of my content, my channel. He helped me monetize, get situated, and all of this. You know, okay, do I really want to do this and jeopardize, you know, all of this for something I know may not be long term? And so now that a lot of those things are no longer, you know, a lot of your avenues of income have stopped. You know, like what do you do? Like if something should like dry up, what do you do? You know, because I can't continue to have people. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm very ego driven and very, you know, vain. I can't have people continue to say in other chats that I'm stupid and I'm dumb for being better a friend to somebody than they are to me. That bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It bothers me when people say I'm dumb, stupid. I can't do it. I can't take it. There's a vulnerable moment. I don't like when people say that, ooh, child, do y'all see Tyesse? He's a better friend than he is to him. He don't get it. No, honey, I don't want people to feel that way because I don't want you to think my mother didn't raise any fools. But that bothers me. It does. What about I think I'm stupid? Because my fathers know damn well I'm not stupid. I'm just very generous with my patients. I finally tried Starbucks medicine ball at LA station yesterday. That saved the dungeon of my soul. Yeah. Prophetess A says she didn't like it. It was too minty. Let me tell you guys this. When you go to Starbucks and you ask for the medicine ball, you can swap out the tea. The key tea in it is like jade, citrus, mint. And if you don't like the mint part of it, swap that out. Ask the barista, can I swap the mint tea out with something else? And then they'll give you options. Yeah, you don't have to use the tea, but it's not going to taste the same when you start moving stuff around. Okay, just letting you know. Okay, it's not going to taste the same because some of y'all are like that. Well, can I take it? Yeah, girl, take it out of it because it's not going to taste the same. I have family members like that. Oh, they just so bothersome to me. I ain't talking about you, Prophetess A. Okay, you take the lettuce off, take the tomato off. Girl, why don't just get some bread? Just ask for some bread because that's not a sandwich, girl. Just ask for 2 pieces of bread. Okay, I don't want no lettuce, no tomato, no pickle, no relish, no mustard, no mayonnaise. Well, girl, just ask for 2 pieces of bread. Because they're not even serving it like that. Mm-hmm. I think expectation, Valerie Spencer preached that thing one time. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that peace tranquility is really, really good. Hey, Pam. As an Aquarius, I don't like nobody. They over there talking about, ooh, Tyesse, honey, he just gives and gives to William and ooh, child, how dumb can one person be? I'm not dumb. I'm just very generous. It's the Aquarian in me. I'm one of the guardians of the galaxy. I'm not stupid. My mother didn't raise any fools, y'all. She didn't. I'm not dumb. I just been very generous to William because I like William. You know, but then he was over there talking about when you was on the Four Kings and I didn't say nothing on the Four Kings because I didn't know you to say that on the Four Kings. Them other people said that. Now I was there laughing and bantering with them, but I didn't know you to make those kind of comments. So that was inaccurate, William. Yes, it was. I didn't say that about you, about nobody running no train on, football player team. That's what them people said because they knew you at the time. I didn't. Was I wrong for laughing and bantering? Yeah. I apologize to you. But evidently, every time you come up with something, you talk about it, you bring it up over again, so you haven't healed from it. Every time. When he talks about Larry, he talks about the website and that man with the big bell pepper head and the chipped tooth in his files. Every time there's a problem, he starts talking about what happened when I was on the Four Kings, and he started talking about that man with the big head with the chipped tooth. Buddha. Every time. So you can't just have a conversation about what's going on right now. But what about when you was on the Four Kings 5 years ago and they were saying all that stuff about me? Yes, I was there. I apologize to you. How many times do I have to apologize? You sit up there on that show and saying all that about me, and everybody said, yeah, he was talking about you, Tyesse. I didn't deserve that. I did not deserve that. I did not deserve for you to do that. No, I did not. What would cause you to say something like that? You know, just going on this tangent about just insulting me. I already know William's personality and what he comes to the table with. I understood that, and I was able to accept that. But I'm just like that other blogger. I just don't have nothing else in me. Just like the other blogger, that other blogger. I just can't help you, honey. There's nothing I can do to help you. I can't help you. It's beyond it's above me now. I can't help you. There's nothing I can do, honey. Whatever you got going on, just deal with that. Okay? Whew, you can even go and eat with some people, just worries. Yeah. Like my friend Mahogany, I love her, but every restaurant we go to, she complains about the food, but the plate be so clean they can literally put it back on the shelf. They ain't even gotta wash it. You said, how was it, Mahogany? Oh, girl, that was all right. Well, I can tell. The plate is white. They ain't even gotta wash the plate, mama. They can just put it back in the shelf on the rack over there. Yeah, I don't have anything else for these people. I don't have anything else. Okay, Top Squad, we have a double episode of Patreon tonight. I owe you an episode. So please thank you for your patience and your generosity. I do owe you an episode of Patreon. So thank God that you guys are so generous with your Episcopal lamentations and hermeneutics of your Apocrypha. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. We will be live tonight, January 17th. Is today, what's the name, birthday? Somebody see if today Michelle Obama birthday, January 17th. See if today's Michelle Obama birthday for me real quick. Yeah, thank you. So I think today that boy birthday. Remember that boy that I used to they used to do my media? I think today his birthday. Sybil. I don't know. I think today his birthday. Whatever happened to him? Let me go to his page and see if he's still around. You know the boy that Sybil over there at Pyrex Media Company. Hold on one second. Is he still around? Shall I ain't been on that page in years. I think today his birthday too. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's still around. He's still holding on. Mm-hmm. Oh, he got some. He's still around. He's still holding on. Okay. What happened to him? Yes, she's 62. Okay. Today's her birthday. I knew it was. What happened to him? Ooh, Kwame, honey, somewhere probably looking through Google images trying to find some employees. I can't lie, Pam. You told me about him. Pam, your discernment has been on about everybody you ever told me about. Mm-hmm. Everything you told me, Pam, your discernment has been like 120%. Yeah, subscribe to Patreon. Well, let's take up this offering, y'all. Let's see if we can get honey, whoever this is, they are writing. Whoever this is, they are writing. Oh, they're writing for Color Girl monologues in my inbox. Who is this? Okay, Tyesse, you're making, I don't even know who this is. Tyesse, you're making great points about not blindly taking sides or judging friendships based on what others say. I appreciate your authenticity and commitment to staying true to yourself. Oh no, I love you even throughout my own shortcomings. You are correct. I know I may not be everyone's cup of tea. Wait a minute, they didn't delete it. They deleted the message. Don't delete it. Let me read it. Oh, they must be watching me now. Okay, don't delete the message. Oh, they rewrote it. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but whatever, but whether we're in agreement or not, nonetheless, I have always helped and will continually help protect my people, irrespective of identity, national. Okay, go ahead and keep being you, my friend. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know who you are. Okay, Sherman. Thank you, Sherman. Thank you, brother. God bless you. God bless you. Uh, That boy probably somewhere looking through Google Images for his next batch of employees. Mm-hmm. Uh, Y'all, I'm over here packing. I'm over here packing. I'm moving on the 28th. I'm over here packing, arranging stuff. I wouldn't even turn this camera around and let y'all see what it look like on this side. I'm keeping this side where I can still go live and it looks halfway. I ain't even turning the camera over here. But I'm packing and organizing y'all on the next episode of Any More Letters Come. Y'all listen. All right. Let's see, can we raise $300 really quickly, Ty Squad? Pam, do you have 150 on it? Sister Pamela, can you give us we have the credit card reader. We'll take your credit card, Pam, at this time. How many people believe in God for this $300 we need to raise right now? Let me tell you how much we need to raise. Hold on. How many people are standing in the gap for me right now that you enjoy this content? Oh, wait a minute, we got a lot of money that's come in. Oh my God. Okay, thank you, More Than Determined, for $20. Thank you. Oh my God. Tony, thank you, brother, for $20. Thank you, Cornelius, for $20. Okay. All right. So we need, what do we need? Okay, this is gonna be easy to do. It's 426 people here. We need $167. That's what we need. We need $167. Get Pam's credit card. Get that American Express from her. Mm-hmm. We need $167. I believe it's possible. I do. I believe it in my spirit. Okay. Let's do. No, okay. 167 divided by 15 people. We just need 15 people to show up. Well, let's make it even easier. We need $167 divided by 20 people. Oh, come on now, y'all. We need $8.35. We need 20 people. Look at 20 people just walked up out of here. Those are the bone carriers that's going to take William this live. I'll subtract it from your. Please. Oh, God, I needed that. Okay, wait. Stop. Okay. We need 20 people to give $8. And did you see the 20 people that live up out of here? Those are the bone carriers with their ugly dog face asses. Mm-hmm. We need 20 people to give $8, and we're almost there. No, we're not. We're close to it. There's a bomb in Gilead. Well, Tyesse, just do the even amount and just call it a day. Okay, I'm not gonna try to go for the 100 and yeah, you see how they hit it? Because they over there formulating the email to send William. Oh, he was over there talking about you bad today. Oh, he dragged you, just lying. And then he believed it. Okay, I'm gonna just do this, y'all. Let's just go to the next 100. We need $40. We need $40. We need 2 people to give $20. Let's close this out. What time you might just go for the whole 140? Let me see something. Iana Van Zant is tonight, y'all. Set your DVRs. Yeah, we might as well wait around to see if we can get this 140. But if we can't get the 140, y'all, let's do 40. Okay, now we need 31. Now we need 31. Okay, now we need 23. Carry the one. Okay, now we need 23. Y'all showing out. I am starving. Why am I starving like this? Thank you, Linda McGuire. Thank you, Cheryl Hill. Thank you, Alicia Jones. Thank you, Shelly Bowling Strickland. Okay, let's just do this $23, y'all, and we're done. Let's just do the $23. Let's just believe God for 23 bucks. We need 3 people to give $8. Michelle, honey, listen, I preached this thing today. I just don't have nothing left in me. I gotta go feed the spiritual man. See, I'm not the spiritual man. I gotta go feed this physical man. I fed the spiritual. Okay, it stopped. Our ticker stopped, y'all. We need 23 more dollars. It stopped. Yeah, play this back, Shell. Play this back. You know we love you. Oh, I didn't check the other. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check PayPal and all that good stuff. Oh, I have a package. Okay. My thing came, y'all. My dolly came today. I just ordered a flatbed dolly. It came. So let me go get that. I wish Matthew was here to go get it because I can't lift all this heavy stuff. Don't come here and eat for free. Yeah, don't come here and eat for free. I'm giving some world-class blogging today. You know what I'm saying? I just won't be able to go back around there to that man's channel no more. Rock Leach, I'm good. I wish him the best. I do. As a blogger, brother, take care. I just can't do it no more. All right, Ty Squad. Thank everybody that came by. Hey, Candy. Thank everybody that came by. Check this video out. Play it back. Redball it back. Start it from the beginning. Just wanted to come on and give some commentary. The Black LGBTQ community really don't bother nobody. And if they're in their spaces worshiping God, however you feel about their destiny and where they're going and what they're doing, that is neither here nor there. Allow people to live and praise God and worship God on their own terms if they're not bothering you. Let people live and let live. Period. All right, Ty Squad. I love y'all. About to cue the music and get the hell up out of here. If you need to reach me and talk to me about anything, there are ways to give right there. Ways to give. There are ways to reach me right there. Thank y'all so much. We're going to be live tonight on Patreon, maybe 8:30 or 9. You will get a notification, so it don't even matter. You will get a personal email invite, okay? So let's cue the music and let's get out of here. Somebody said, I watched him last night. Stay tuned for his scandal. Are you talking about the man? Are you talking about the man I'm covering? Wait a minute. I watched him last night. Stay tuned for his scandal. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the man I'm covering right now, Brock Leach? He said, he don't have no scandals. Are you talking about let me okay. Have a great day. I will see you this evening, Patreons. See you tonight.